and thank you. I am so excited to be in a room full of incredible women who I know are going to change the world. You are already changing the landscape here in your country. So I can't wait to see what it is you do in the rest of the world. So today I am here to talk to you about unleashing your gifts and how to become unstoppable. I'm going to give you 4 tools to use on your journey. Let me know if I'm going too fast, anyone. And so I'm going to get started because I'm really excited. I'm going to ask a favor of you all. I come from a culture of call, which means I say something to you, and response, which means I expect you to say something to me. I came all the way from New Jersey. So if I say something and it makes you feel good, it makes you think, you can clap, you can go, It's Sunday, so you can say amen. And I just went to the college, already, yes. I was talking to some college students and they were going like this. I said, oh, I like that. So please feel free to snap like the young people if you want. I'm going to give you 4 tools. The first tool is going to be how you deal with criticism. The second tool is going to be your relationship with this little word tells you and everyone else. It's evidence of what you have in your life and what you don't have in your life. The third tool is going to be dealing with failure. And the last tool will be your peer group. Now, before we get started, I'm going to tell you what's important to know about me. I am the daughter of an African-American garbage man who spent his summers, he was born in Harlem, New York, but he spent his summers in what was the segregated South of my country. It was where black people had no rights and blacks and whites had to live separately, and a whole bunch of other historical contexts. I am the daughter of a Dominican beautician who went to the United States for a better life for herself and her unborn children. My parents taught me, you treat everyone you meet with dignity and respect, no matter how they looked, no matter how they dressed, no matter how they spoke. You see, and that lesson, that lesson taught me how to see people. And not like ghosts, but how to see people as they ought to be. Which served me when I sat in a court where people came in crisis. Drug-addicted prostitutes, the homeless who were schizophrenic. You see, that gift that taught me how to see people, the lesson became a gift. And it was a gift that I used to convince the drug addict that his life was worth saving. It was a gift that I used to teach the high school dropout that his life was more valuable than standing on a corner all day selling drugs. It was a gift that I used to pour into the soul and the spirit of young women and to convince them that they were bigger, they were better, and they were stronger than that nasty, ugly thing that had happened to them. You see, you see, your gifts are necessary. Let's get into this. Ayn Rand, who is someone I don't believe in anything that she believes in, but she got one thing right. She said, the question is not who is going to let me. The question is who is going to stop me. I'm going to say that again. The question is not who is going to let me. The question is who is going to stop me. You see, I think that we don't chase after our goals. We don't chase after our goals and dreams because we believe we have to ask for permission. And the reason I know that we think we have to ask for permission is because we are afraid of criticism. What will people say if I do this? What will people say if I tell them that I see myself in the world like this? But I'm here to tell you that there are two forms of criticism. There is useful criticism and there is useless criticism. And your ability to distinguish between useful criticism and useless criticism is the difference between the life and death of your dreams. You have to be able to figure out what is useful and what is useless. Now, useful criticism is meant to help you. It is meant to get you on the right path as you're going towards your goals. It will sound like this. I love your idea, but I think you need to work on this part right here. You know, I think you got something there, but you need to flush it out. You know, I saw your work product, but I know you can do much better than this. Start over. You see, that's helpful. But don't get it confused. Useful criticism can sting. And I'm not telling you to avoid people who challenge you. No, I'm not telling you to avoid people who challenge you. In fact, you should surround yourself with people who challenge you, because those people will sharpen you. They will improve you, because they have the benefit of standing in your blind spot. How many people here drive? You see, your blind spot is that place in the mirror that you can't see when you're in control of the car. And sometimes when you are in control of the project, when you are in control of the idea, when you are in control of the business, there are things you just can't see. So these people are meant to help you along the way. And now there's useless criticism. And it is absolutely there. That it serves no purpose. It is meant to cripple you. It actually works as a stop sign. And it will sound like this. Nobody's going to give you money for that business idea. You don't have enough education or experience to do that. Who do you think you are to do that? You're just a little girl. You see, it's meant to hurt. But what we know about people is that nobody says anything to you that is not a direct reflection of how they feel about themselves. We got that? See, if a person feels bad about themselves, we can't expect them to say nice things to us. Zig Ziglar once said, "The only taste of success that some people will have in life is when they take a bite out of you." Anybody know that? Yeah? Some of you have been bitten already, huh? The problem is that useless criticism often comes from sources, people who are close to us. Parents, loved ones, so-called friends, supervisors, professors, teachers, loan officers. The problem is that sometimes as women, because I'm going to get specific, we refuse to believe the positive, beautiful thing that someone says about us. We refuse to believe it. I gave somebody a compliment, they were like, oh no, I'm not that. I'm not a liar, right? How many of us do that? Someone gives us a compliment and we go, oh no. And we point out something bad about ourselves. A compliment is not an exchange. All you were supposed to say is, I accept that. Thank you, I accept that. Don't tell me how big your butt is. Don't tell me how ugly. I accept that, thank you, right? But unfortunately, we are more willing to accept the negative, false thing that people say about us. And not only do we accept it, we play it, we rewind, we put music to it and do a remix. And we walk around all day. Anybody ever have that happen? You have a wonderful day, someone says something mean to you. And all day, that's what you think about. You forgot that you killed the day, that you rocked out the day. But that one negative lie, okay, that's all right. You hold on to it and you play it all day. All day. Don't do that. Don't do it. You are giving away your power. And so, let me give you an example. Everyone knows J.K. Rowling from Harry Potter, right? She sent out her book proposal, her manuscript, and she got a lot of no's. Well, one day somebody decided to send her some criticism. And they sent her a note that said, "We're not accepting your book because children just aren't interested in witches and wizards anymore." What kind of criticism was that? Useless. 450 million books sold later, 8 movies. She's got an amusement park in Disney World. Really? So again, be able to distinguish between useful and useless criticism quickly. As soon as you hear, uh-oh, useless, bye-bye. Bye-bye, no space. Now the next tool is your relationship with this little word. When I tell you that this little word has so much power, that everything you have in your life today is because of this little word. And everything you don't have in your life that you want, you don't have it because of your relationship with this little word. Anybody want to know what the word is? Yes. Oh, all right. I was going to make you wait a little longer. That little word is no. Oh, yeah. My concept, yeah, no. How you deal with hearing the word no. My contempt, I hated hearing no. Every time I hear it, my blood pressure would go up. Oh my God, my whole blood pressure, I'd get sick. So I decided to make a rule for myself. Some of us do this, especially high-achieving, all these high achievers in this room. We got a lot of rules. A rule, oh, this happens, I have a rule. And you impose a rule on yourself. So I made a rule for myself. I don't ask anybody for anything, just so I can't hear the word no. Let me tell you something about my rule. It was really stupid. It was a stupid rule to live by. Because it also meant that I didn't ask for promotion, I didn't ask for a raise, I didn't ask for new skills, I didn't even ask for a break. Some of you need a break at work and you can't even ask. Yes, it's true. When you don't ask, you don't get. And so, let me give you a revolutionary way to deal with this word. When someone says no to something that you ask for, do not accept no as an answer. Boom. Ask why not. Why not? Why not? Why not? Until they run out of ridiculous reasons not to give you what it is you want. Let me tell y'all a bigger secret. No does not end the conversation. We hear no and we're like, oh, okay, all right. No sometimes is not denial. It's just not right now. And for some of you, it's not right here, which means you need to go get a new job. Oh, you can be the boss. You just can't be the boss here. And sometimes it's important to know that. I saw a quote, and this year I am trying my hardest to live by it. The quote said, if you do not ask, the answer is no anyway. I'm going to repeat that. If you do not ask, the answer is no anyway. So what have you lost by not asking? You've already, the problem with us, and I'm going to say women, sisters in the room, sometimes we don't make room for success to show up in our life. Oh, we want to be so successful. Oh, I want to be successful. We go around and tell people that. But we are so busy saying no so loud to ourselves that when opportunity and success come, we're like, oh, no, that's not for me. It can't, there's no room for it. Because you say no to yourself so loud, there's no room for success. That's called an opportunity. Yes, an opportunity comes with some fear. Yes. But if you're saying no, success has no room in your life. No, I'm not ready for you. It's not my time. Anybody ever say that to you? To themselves? Oh, I'm not ready for that. Oh, not yet. I'll be next. Next is for somebody else. Leave next for somebody else. The third tool is taking action in the face of failure. Now you must understand this. Failure is not a characteristic. It is an event. Failure is not a characteristic. It is an event. A business can fail. An exam can be failed. A job interview, you can fail a job interview. But a person cannot be a failure. Because a person has the ability, has the capacity, has the spirit to change their circumstances. An event cannot. Do we understand what I'm talking about? An event cannot change. What am I getting out of this for? That's all this. A person cannot be a failure. So if you have said that to yourself and somebody else has said it to you, that is a lie. See, I want you to leave all those lies and all that stuff that you believe about yourself that's not true on the floor today. You leave here, it stays here. Because sometimes we are hearing these things. And the reality is that when you have a failure, when something does not happen in the way that you expect it to happen, it's actually necessary. Because that event is supposed to be used for you to build your character. For you to become the person that you need to be so that you can be successful and achieve your goals and dreams. So when something like that happens, please do not allow the seductress. Anybody here know, we all know what seductresses are, right? Do not allow the seductress called self-doubt. That's that voice that comes up in the back of your head every time you have to do something that's going to take you to the next level. And it begins to say stuff like, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, not us. Oh no, that voice of self-doubt that comes up. Do not let her take residence in your mind, because she also comes with her best friend called self-pity. Ooh, some of y'all told on yourself, I already know we do this. Oh, poor me. Why is life so hard for me? I never get anything I want. Life is always so easy for her. She's got the best shoes. Her hair always looks good. What about poor me? I didn't have the best parents. I didn't go to the right school. Oh, too bad. Poor me. That's why I can't have what I want. That is a lie. Every morning you wake up is another opportunity to go out there and get it. Go do it, go get it. All right? Do it, get it. The last principle. Last principle. Some of you are going to be mad at Judge Prattt. Some of you are going to call USAID and tell them don't bring it back. I don't care. Because if I don't tell you this one, none of the other principles will work. and that is your peer group. The people you choose to hang around. Now, people think that I should only be talking to young people who are getting into trouble about this, like teenagers. But what I find is that some of us are the worst culprits of this. Has anyone ever heard their mother say something like, "Show me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are"? Anybody? I don't know what the saying is in Ukraine, but I imagine universally, you become a mother and that comes into your vocabulary. They must say this universally. Show me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. Harvard University did a study from the 1940s to the 1990s, and they found that 90% of whether you succeed or fail in life depends on the people you hang around. Succeed or fail in life depends on the people you hang around. That means whether you fly like an eagle or free fall to the earth like a dove depends on the people you choose to be around. And that is because your peer group is so important to you that you will change who you are to suit them. And that's for the positive and the negative. So if they are hardworking, you'll be hardworking. If they see life positively, then you'll see life positively. If they're lazy, you'll be lazy. If you sit in self-pity and in a negative, if they do that, then you'll do that. That is why you must choose your friends, your peer group, strategically and deliberately. You understand that? Strategically and deliberately. You must run with people who want more in life than you because they will lift you as they climb. In conclusion, I'm going to ask you to do me one favor. Treat your peer group, your relationship, thank you. I'm running over, I'm going to get off. Treat them like you treat your email, because some of us take better care of our email inbox than we do our relationships. Yeah, it's true. Find a fail-proof firewall so that you can filter out all the worms and viruses that try to come into your life. Oh yeah, some of you already know who the worms in your life are now. Get a special folder for all the special people who will come into your life to help you achieve your goals. The last one takes courage, but I want you to backspace delete. Delete all the toxic people in your life. I want you to be able to walk into a room, backspace delete. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much.
Was it painful, backspacing and deleting? Because I'm sure you did it.
Are you speaking English?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry. I don't understand my language.
Was it painful, backspacing and deleting? I'm sure you did it.
Yes, but it was more painful to have them in my life.
Could you maybe just give a little example?
An example is, if I have people in my life that don't want the best for me, your peer group, when you have a peer group, you allow them to make decisions for your life. Because these are the people you will go to when you get an opportunity and say, you know, I got this opportunity. What do you think? Should I take it? Now, if they're toxic, oh no, you don't want to do that. You're not ready for that. You know that voice and all that negative stuff? That's their response. When I had an opportunity to become the chief judge, I said no 5 times. Everybody was like, oh, no, I can't do that. Because I know, I was like, I'm not smart enough to do that. I can't run this big place. And I was on the phone, and my girlfriend called me in my peer group. And I said, oh gosh, this crazy person was on the phone talking about how I should be the new chief judge of the courthouse. And I said, absolutely not. My girlfriend almost choked me through the phone. She said, wait a minute, let's talk about this. When people like us have the opportunity for leadership, we don't have the luxury of saying no. We don't get to say no. If somebody else had taken that phone call, And I had toxic people that I would talk to about this. They would say, oh, why would you want to do that? They don't pay you enough money to do that. That's going to take too much time and aggravation. It's painful, but it's more painful to have them in your life and live that life than to not have them in your life and live the life you want. So yes,